Testing. Hopefully you guys can hear me. So I just wanted to do a now they got my internet back, so we'll do a quick roundup of charts, see what's happening. G'day Matt, how you going, mate? Let's have a quick look, eh? Switch here. So if you have some charts that you want to look at while I'm on the feed, then just comment them in the chat and we can go over them. There's a couple that I want to look at, so like Bitcoin, obviously, see what Ethereum is doing, which will probably be very similar. Then we'll check out Theta, that's had a lot of noise about it lately, you could say. So Bitcoin is back in that area that I was talking about before in the last stream. So this is a similar chart to the last stream. I've added in this extra trend line here at the top, so you know, just so you could see what it's like if you draw it from this top and this one here lines up with here. This line here is just parallel to this one, so that's taking the tops of these. So even if it gets through this part, you've still got all of this this zone here where there's going to be lots of orders. So in the previous Facebook post in the group, I talked about that, you know, we're creating lower highs here. So what you'd want to do now, because we're touching this trend line, is potentially do something like that. The problem that I have is with doing that currently is that this daily candle here is really big. So see here how prices shot up and then it's decelerated to these tiny body candles. So there's no, that's deceleration, so there's none here. So like the momentum is up and up, so this could keep going up and up. So until there is some sort of rejection candle or deceleration, then I'm not really interested in shorting. Well, I wouldn't be interested in shorting this. That being said, we are in an interesting spot, so it really needs to smash through all of this and get up here before I would want to get into any sort of long. There's just so much traffic here. There is tons of it. So, but if it does clear that, then it's happy days. It's happy days. So yeah, so for me, it's wait and see. There's no deceleration. If there is, then great time to be shorting or chuck in a short with your stops as I just drew it. Longs on the daily, I wouldn't want to do anything until we get up to here. Intraday might be different. With intraday, oh geez, we've already taken off. So if you are day trading, let's have a look. Ooh, the fibs don't really line up. That last pullback, yeah, the fibs don't really line up, but so that's not great. We are getting a oh man, excuse me. I need some water. Well, it's talking. Golden cross happening almost. I mean, this has already taken off, so this is not something that I would trade personally. I'm not much of a breakout trader, but if price came back down to here, and again, you're looking for deceleration in price, so I don't know, something like that, and then you want to target the range highs around here. That'd be 3.8 to 1. That'd be a nice one. So, you know, the intraday trend is obviously bullish. So you want to be looking for longs. I wouldn't be shorting until I saw lower highs. So you could short, if you wanted to short, you could wait for it to come down. Do something like this. Like that. So if it does that, then you chuck in a short, have your stop around here, and then target the lows. So that's another 2 to 1, so that's not too bad. Yeah, so the moves happened in the 15-minute. There's nothing really. There's not even a. See the RSI here? It's like crazy high. So the bulls are well in control. So it's just a wait and see game. Where do I put my phone? OMG. Let's use, which one's this one? Yeah, why can't I get this one? OMG Binance. OMG Binance. I should be able to do that one from here, shouldn't I? And these go. Bitcoin, there it is. Let's go to the daily. Whoa. Okay. As you can see, I haven't really looked at the OMG chart for a while. I haven't looked at any of the alts for a long time, to be honest. But from memory, I think the ADA chart was similar. So that's the one that I looked at last time. Yeah, look at that. So here I think it was, and I said that if we don't break below here, then just hold or buy more. And it's shot up to here. That's good. That's good. Yeah, well, nothing's changed. I mean, now we're at with prices above this 600 line, so, and we're about to get a golden cross on the daily, so everything's good. RSI is trending up, so bulls are getting stronger. Let's go back to Omi's Go. It's going to be a similar thing, but that's really shot up. So for me, with Omi's, that's just the obvious support line of all obvious support lines, right? So look here, you got your low, and here it's touched the wick. The number, where do you got that? 140. So I'd make that nice and round. Nice round number for psychological reasons. Let's just zoom back out. What's over here? Oh no, I didn't quite get there, did it? Oh well, not to worry. You see how the 200 and the 50 are just so well respected. Touch, touch, touch there. Touching in here and there. Old school EMAs work the best. You don't need to be too fancy. Just look at what the people use in traditional financial markets and copy them, because everybody else is doing the same thing, so the self-fulfilling prophecy continues. Now, as far as Omi's Go goes, here is where you want to buy. Can never remember where these drawing tools are. Okay. Right between the 50 and the 618 just so happens to have this support area, right? So this could get front run. Because this is so obvious that it's going to get front run. Okay, everybody's going to be seeing this, even people that just like don't normally TA and have basic understanding of support and resistance. That line is so obvious that people will start stacking orders here in the order book, but they want to be ahead of each other to try and get filled, right? So anywhere in here is good. As of right now, this is bearish, right? These are solid red candles. So my expectation is that it's going to come down to here. That's the high probability play. We do have this. Where price is right now is, why do you keep doing that? Is here, right? So we're touching this. Look at that. Okay. So that's where it originally jumped off from, all the way back in July 2017, right? So that's a legit line. So you got two options. Now that I've seen that, you got two options. There's still no deceleration, but so same with Bitcoin. I don't like this because there's no deceleration. So the daily chart doesn't give me anything. The daily chart says that we're going down more. You could not be faulted though from buying here, because it may just jump off this line and go like that, because if that looks like a 318 to me. Yeah, or 382, sorry. So see this green candle here is touched dead on the 382. So that's, if this bounces off here, that means the trend is really strong. Any trend continuations that bounce off of 302 are really strong. Strong trend, right? So it'll continue on. It'll keep going like way up here. 618, that's the golden number. So either way, you could not be criticized for entering here or down there. See, it's just bearish as, like, there's nothing bullish about this. There's no deceleration. We're just going down, 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 down. So you want to wait, right? If you're going to enter here, wait for it to bounce. Like, it might even do like a double bottom or something, and then go up, and then go back, and then enter here. But if it doesn't start creating highs, don't try and force it. It's a low probability play. I'm not saying that it's not going to happen, but to survive in this game long term, you need to play the hands that have the highest probability. And if you miss the run, then you miss the run. The good thing about crypto is that there's hundreds of coins to trade. There will always be more opportunities. So just, take a chill pill, and if you miss it, then you miss it. It doesn't matter. It just got listed on Coinbase the other day. Ooh, is that why it pumped? Right. Well, there you go. The old listing pump. All these arrows are in the way. So yeah, if that's a listing pump, then there's nothing fundamental about it other than it got listed on Coinbase. So I mean, more people will see OVs go, but all the bag holders have obviously sold here, or at least taken profit. That's not to say they're not going to come back. Yeah, there's nothing much more to say about that. I mean, these are good buying opportunities. So you could start scaling in here and here. seems likely. Check fundamentals, see what else they're doing. You know, are they releasing anything? I mean, is there a reason other than Coinbase why people are buying this? You know, if it's just because we're coming up to alt season, then any chart that looks like this is it's the same. It's the same play, right? They're all going to follow each other. That's the thing about altcoins in alt season. If all the charts look the same or similar, then it really doesn't matter which one that you pick, because they're all going to follow each other. So don't think that you need to buy, like buying, you could buy small positions in 20 coins, but they're all going to do the same thing. So now you've got 20 positions that you need to monitor. Why do that? Just one or two, right? Less headaches. Pick ones that have, you know, lots of trading volume. It'll be more liquidity, the better, right? It's been respecting the 0.6 pretty well. 0.6. 0.6 what? Or is that the fib you're talking about, Matt? Why do I keep going back to that? Okay, so that's it for me. That's what I think about that. So let's now go to Theta, which is what everybody's been talking about lately. So mainnet, I think, has already done its thing, and it's had a huge pump. So it sort of looks like the Doge chart, like it pumps and then it goes down, and it pumps and it goes down. So here's another pump, and it'll probably do the same thing. Look, there's this like, oh, now that I look at it, it's sort of like a little fractally. So there's like here a little test pump, then here, and then mega pump and back. You can see there's like a head and shoulders shape on this one. There's the little mini pump and then big pump, right? So it'll probably recover a bit, come up to here and fall back down, unless there's a convincing argument for some more fundamental news. But I don't, and if I was in this, which I'm not, I wouldn't be starting to scale back in until at least here. So that's the top of, almost the top of the here, and this left shoulder, right shoulder. There's a little bump here where the 50 EMA is. If you zoom in on here, you've got this high test candle where everybody sold off because they thought that's where it was going to go, which makes sense logically. Excuse me, makes sense logically because of all this previous price action, right? So if you sold here, good for you, right? You read the TA, and the TA said that this was a high probability chance of it coming back, and it did, right? It went all the way up. It went all the way up to 3,300, and then came all the way back down to 2.8. And it looked like that it was gonna. There was a good chance it was gonna come back, but it didn't. All right, you can't win them all, but that's still a decent pump, right? But we're definitely in this huge bullish trend, so it really depends on now what's going to happen. But I wouldn't be touching it personally until at least here. And when it got here, I would want to see deceleration again. Like these candles, they're huge. They're big red dildos, and they are not. There's nothing that signifies that's slowing down. If you look lower, it might. No, it doesn't. That's ugly. So you got higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. Then we got lower lows and lower highs. So this is broken below the 200. That's, yeah, I don't like that. There is nothing I like about that chart. So we want to see back down here if you want to get in on this. or wait a few more candles just to see what happens. So you don't want to be doing anything to see lower highs and higher highs and higher lows. Oh, USD, right? Okay. OMG USD. $1.60. Okay. Hopefully you mean $1.60 because 60 is all the way down here. Well, that's on the hourly. Let's go to the daily. 60. No, that's where it started from. Was that its ICO price? You could even got it lower than initial starting price. When was that? Oh, during COVID crash. Yeah, fair enough. Here looks better. So $1.37. So let's say like between $1.30 and $1.40. Like in there. What does that give us? Right in the middle of the 382. So where's the 618? So that is here. So that lines up with that. Like bang on, like 100% bang on there. So depending on how far OMG falls. So it's similar to the Bitcoin chart, yeah? You got two spots. You got here and you got here. OMG looks good. OMG looks good. Everybody's, look at that. Wow, look at that buying volume. That's really odd, hey? So this buying volume was pretty flat until here, and then it went back down again, but then it really took off here. But that's this candle, right? And price is done, what's it done? It's gone from 40 cents to $1 something. So it's tripled, and then mega hype happens. Funny, huh? All the people that come in late, they see it's tripled and then they buy the top in this case. So this is probably where the date that Coinbase listed it, I guess. Not that I'm following. Yeah, Matt. Yep, that was the listing. Yep. So it's funny. It's funny how it works, eh? So you get the TA recovery. So it was like TA was suggesting it. Once it got past here, it really shot off, didn't it? And then Coinbase lists it at the same time. Just rocket fuel. 618. 618 is the spot. So I've done Theta, done Bitcoin, done MSG. Let's have a look at Ethereum. It should be the same, really, as what's all these old drawings. If we start to get more bullish, we turn 190 to support. Whoa. Nice one past Trav. You called that one pretty well. So here's 190. It's held it. And it bounced up again. So we've got here. Oh, that didn't work. Here we go. Bang. So this little structure here, if we break up to that, we will start to go back up to what is that, 260. Yeah, okay. Golden crosses. I mean, there's nothing really much more to say here. That's looking. I mean, that does look like an inverse head and shoulders, but I hate. I. I don't like a regular head and shoulders at the top of a bullish run for a reversal. Fine. I don't really trade head and shoulders as continuations though. But that's just me. I know other people do. I mean, at the end of the day, all the head and shoulders is lower highs and lower lows versus higher highs and higher lows. You can see that it's like a trend change type thing, but this is a continuation, right? So lower highs, lower lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, and now we've got, it hasn't quite got the higher high, but we've got the higher lows. So the question is, which way do we break it out of that triangle? Ethereum and Bitcoin they mirror each other, so right now Bitcoin's looking like that. It's a similar structure. Can I draw it similar? See, I can't see the thing with Ethereum versus Bitcoin is that Ethereum looks like that. Ethereum looks like that with that trend line, but the Bitcoin one cuts through it, so it looks like, so you would have to draw it like this. So that's also valid, right? So you either believe that this trend line is valid, where we're looking at here, here, and here, or you believe that it is this one. So it's still cutting through here, but it's touching here as well. So here, and then this one, and then retesting on the other side. So which is why I said originally that there's no deceleration, so I've got no idea. So it could just like smash through all this, or it could slowly curve and then start to come back. So, but the Ethereum chart, as I've always said before, is much cleaner. Like the price action on Ethereum is super clean compared to Bitcoin. So it does look like it wants to go up though, just quietly. There you go. Touch, 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 touch. That looks good, doesn't it? It really does. But I would wait. You don't want to be buying resistance. Have I looked at Raven? No, I haven't. I have not in a very long time. So let's have a look at Raven. Let's go Bitcoin pair. Ooh, oh. It's similar, right? All of these altcoins are the same. They've all got that general accumulation type pattern, especially this one. This is looking great, actually. So we've got this huge bullish divergence happening, which is gone. What's that? 24th of March to the 15th of May. What's that? 2 months? It looks like she wants to pop, doesn't it? So here's first target. That should be obvious just looking at the chart. So first target is there. What's it look like back here? Like, if you can't see that, get your glasses checked. So that's support. So we've got the bullish divergence happening. The the 50 EMA is acting as resistance and pushing it down. So until we clear that, maybe just hold off a bit. You could see a higher high, oh god, a higher low forming here, and then we come up. If we come back down to here, which seems to be all-time lows, so that's historic all-time lows. I mean, if it comes back down here, buy more. If you are a fan, if it comes up and then bounces, my bet is that it'll eventually get to 295, 300 area if the 200 EMA doesn't get in the way first. So it's a not yet from me. I would wait for it to come down and buy more here and below, or we see what happens, and if it reclaims the 225, yeah, if it reclaims 225, then that'll also be where the 50 EMA is, so that'll use that as support, because right now it's just touch. It's just using it as resistance. So we're still making lower highs and lower lows, so we're still in a bearish trend, but it is showing signs of life. We could see maybe even I hate drawing these like this, but a head and shoulders is all a head and shoulders is where price changes from lower lows and lower highs to higher lows and higher highs. So you want to be buying here or here and below. So it's a wait and see for me on Raven. But it looks promising. Volume's definitely picking up slowly. Show the MA. Here we go. Look at the MA line. Why can't I see? Well, that line better. This one thicker. It's coming up. It's good. I guess the other question is what's coming up fundamentally for it, because if it's just going to follow all of the other altcoins, then are there better, more liquid options? This is on Binance, isn't it? It should be okay. Binance has got enough volume. Okay. That is it, I think. I don't think I have anything else that I want to cover. I'll cover one more. Just have a look. My favorite shitcoin. So, I've been talking about this on and off for a while. It's done a 10x already. Okay. So from here, from 100 and 150-ish all the way up to 1,000. It topped out at 1,000 on GravyX on the exchange actually, but it's come back down now. So I'm expecting it to pull back a bit more. But the exchange launch is happening in about a month or so. So lots of activity going on for Alco, but you can see that you can see here, is that here? Yeah, so full disclosure, I bought most of my bags back here. around that date. So it went all the way up, and then I sold some on the way up. Back then, the masternodes were pumping out heaps of coins, right? Inflation was crazy back then, but it's come back down now. So you're only getting, I think the inflation rate now is about 3%, when it was like hundreds, multiples of hundreds before. So it's the inflation rate is much more realistic. Plus the fact that on the exchange you're going to be burning tokens, so that reduces the rate as well. So, but the exchange isn't live yet. So, yeah. So for me, I've already made money on this, but I'm intending to hold it for a while. As far as accumulating more, my thoughts are, around the 50 more, so around the 500 sat area. So that's a low volume shitcoin gamble play that you can go with if you're into low volume stuff. Doge would be another one. The thing with Alco is they've got an actual product coming out soon, so get in on that. Let's have a look at Doge, because Doge is always a good barometer of what's happening in the altcoin space. The volume looks hard to tell actually. The chart, because it's so low. Well, they must right. So that one bar has just ruined the scale. If I move it away, then it sort of pumps up. So the volume is picking up. Doge is really old. It's a really old coin. So let's go to the weekly so we can see it all. So that line's at about 27. Current price action has it at about, 25 is the pink one. 27 is current price. So for me, there's no bull divs or anything. RSI is sort of in the middle-ish. So, nobody is in control here. And that should be obvious because price is going sideways. But as soon as this gets above the 50, we could be seeing higher lows being printed. So yeah, so if you want to accumulate Doge has a tendency just to pump at regular intervals. Where does this go back down to? 2014, all right? So that's 6 years. 6 years. I'm doing math right. 6 years ago. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I won't count that. So 7. So at least once a year, this thing pumps. And we haven't had one in 2020 yet. Where is it going to go? Who knows? Will it get to... Where did it get to? 290. So what is that? That's times 10. Yeah, I would have got higher than that. Yeah, but this is more. There's no real TA on this one. This is more of just a Doge always pumps in an altcoin rally. If you want to wait until the 50 EMA comes down a bit more, that's fine. But you can see that volume is ramping up though. More and more people are starting to get on board the Doge. Look at volume here. Even here, it's what, twice? Yeah, twice. There's lots of accumulation going on. Okay, I think that's it. Unless somebody else has something else. I know this was like a spur of the moment type thing, and that's pretty much how my day is. Like, it's hard for me to plan stuff. So apologies if you're watching this on a replay and you didn't get your coin shouted out. So I might I'll put a post up next time, and people can vote for the coins that they want to see, and then when I get around to getting online, then I can go over them for you. So that is all. That is all for this one. Be good, stay safe. I'll talk to you guys soon.